You got now Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz. That's official as well. What you think about that style matchup? And it's at
I think
140 pounds. Lamont Roach is going up to 40 to fight him.
right. That's a good fight. I think Lamont Roach should win that fight though. I think I got Lamont Roach in that
Yeah.
fight just because of yeah, just because style wise, I think that Lamont Roach should win that fight. I think because he probably gonna just try to stay on his jab and move around and stuff like that. Don't let Pitbull kind of get in that stuff, and he's smaller too. Because I think Pitbull has sometimes he has an advantage because he goes under. He gets smaller and tries to against taller people and stuff. But I think Roach is little also just like him, so I feel like I will favor Lamont Roach in that fight.
By now, do you feel like that goes
Decision.
decision? Be
Yeah,
yeah.
decision. Yeah, I feel like decision. I feel like Lamont Roach a decision.
A
Yeah.
lot of people. A lot of people say it's going to be a real interesting fight because Lamont Roach is like a pocket fighter, doesn't really use his legs and use the
Mhm.
whole ring per se.
Right, right, right. I can see that too. But I think that against somebody like Pitbull, he might try to use the legs a little bit. So I feel like I'll pick Lamont Roach for that fight.
Definitely some guys that, win or lose, you could definitely see yourself fighting these guys because they're building their names off of these other
Hmm.
fights and stuff like that. And you know how that
Right.
is.
Right, right, right. Exactly.
So
Yeah,
I'm
for
pretty
me,
sure
yeah.
you'll be looking closely.
I'm looking at all of them. If it's at 40, I'll be looking at all of them for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Um, man, and in the same token, right? You have Tank, obviously he just mentioned that, he might retire after this Jake Paul fight. Um, but in boxing, we see this stuff happen all the time, Regis, right? As people
Mhm.
calling a retirement. Do you feel like this is a bluff, or do you feel like all this money can make you want to, hang him up?
Is it a bluff? I don't think it's a bluff on his part. I don't think he's gonna retire. I think he might retire for a little while and just come back because you get the itch, bro. Like when you're a fighter, that's the hard thing about it. Like me right now, I can quit right now, but like I don't want to. I love fighting. I love being in the gym. I love training. I want to spar. I can't wait. I told Kay I want to spar. You know what I'm saying? Next week it's like you get that itch as you is, and that's the. I think that's the hard thing. Roy Jones said it too. That's the hardest thing about it. Like the stuff that make you good is the stuff that'll kind of mess you up because you just have that competitive edge. You want to compete, you want to stay in the gym, you want to keep doing stuff and be active. And at the same time, when you can't do it no more, you still want to do it. You still want to kind of prove yourself. That's why the legends have so much trouble retiring because like you feel like, damn, this didn't go my way, but I could have did this better. I remember when Ray Leonard he fought Camacho, and that was his last fight against Camacho, and Camacho knocked him out. And the great Ray Leonard, he was like, oh my, he had excuses basically. He was like, oh my ankle this, and in camp and all that type of stuff. And even I forgot who the announcer was, who was the commentator, and they kind of didn't want to bring it up, but it was because it was Ray Leonard. You don't want that's a legend, a super legend, but you just man, that's the hardest part about it. Like you've been doing this so long, you've been at the top of your game so long, and you've been the best, and all of a sudden you just can't do it no more. And it's hard. It really is hard to walk away, bro. So I don't think that getting back to the question, I don't think that Tank is. I think he's gonna make enough money so he can retire, but eventually he'll probably get bored and be like, shit, I want to come back. I want to fight again.
It's the competitiveness.
You
Some
get the itch. You just want to. It's like what you gonna do with yourself. Like same thing with me, bro. Like what I wanna like you can. It's only so much traveling you could do. It's only so much stuff you could do. You sitting around the house like, damn, this is what I want to do. I want to go to the gym. I want to train. For me, like luckily we doing the book stuff now. I keep myself busy with the book stuff, but I still want to train. I'm just coming out here. I go train and do it. That's what I want to do. I want to train. I want to spar. I want to have fun. That's fun to me. So it's hard for people to walk away.
So you feel like Tank will end up wanting to get all these fights that people want him to have, and that's where the big bag is when you really got the Mayweather had it that is like he makes you wait for that fight, and you pay as much as you want. for it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think he's just gonna get the itch now. The fights that people want to see with Shakur and all that stuff, I don't know about that. I mean, he fighting. It's like he already fighting Jake Paul. I don't know how much he gonna make, but I know it's gonna be a crazy amount of money. He fighting Jake Paul. Um, and when he comes back, he might just get that itch, just to get the itch to just do something. Now I don't know if he's gonna want to fight like a Shakur or something like because that's a high level fight. But I think he is gonna want to come back, maybe get another exhibition, something like that. But it's hard to it'll be hard to walk away, bro. Like it's hard for all of us to walk away. It's just like that's just what it is. You see it throughout history. Like nobody could walk away because that's what you love to do. You really love to fight, and that's who you are as a person, a fighter.
You mentioned another exhibition. Why not come back to the actual sport?
I think because a tank so big is the money. Because I never fought an exhibition, right? But I think when you do fight an exhibition, then you don't have to, and you don't fight per se a real fighter, a real training camp. You don't have to be as serious. I think your mental edge don't have to. It don't have to be. Like I said, it don't have to be as serious as a real camp, like as a real fighter. It's like you still training, but it's not as serious.